Okay, Khan, Shalom. Music's too loud to override my voice. Let me know. And with that, I'm say call Allah my Yahweh Bashmi al Shai, Yahweh Kakadash. The honors to the hopefully elect other apostles, slaves to be saved, Lord willing, starting with those at the Great Millstone Church. To the men here at this congregation, Shalom, giving diligence. And to the rest of the brothers, in the order, to the rest of the brothers, my brothers, the elder Agen, brothers teaching us truth. Also, on down to your younger brothers, you younger Agen, teaching us truth and all true faith and sincerity. Shalom. To the rest of you believers, you men, women, and children of the Israelite race, and on this faith also, if you have us from Shalom, ultimately to the elect, those that are about to go on to be found to have been of the house of David. So yeah, we help ourselves to be. So pretty much while we're in on this faith, while we do what we do, pretty much this is another byproduct of what I was standing upon my watch. That's like the umbrella. It's just I really want to go into certain information. Using the channel that I have for that, but it's 2 strikes on the channel, and I don't even got all the episodes up. Which it's a channel dedicated just to this. It's like over 100 episodes I did, different things need to be on the watch for, and upon creating that, through the brother Kahan Mahar's suggestion, pretty much was putting that information back up on the internet onto that channel. They struck 2 of the videos that was on there, because when these same videos was going out, there was a lot going out, so they wasn't able to catch it, I guess. But I'm gonna say less, you know what I'm saying? And whole point, I'm not able to go on there because it's only 30 volumes or up episodes, volumes, whatever, on there. And I don't want to put nothing new out of order before I get the rest on there. But so I'm just doing these, and this one is gonna be a particular focus, like how we have the World War III gambits, inspired by the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. We're gonna be doing updates on those. But on this one, we're gonna be going into the NOVUS. It's gonna be the NOVUS ORDO SECLORUM gradualism updates. Okay, we're gonna be doing NOVUS ORDO SECLORUM. We're gonna be doing NOVUS ORDO SECLORUM gradualism updates. All right, and gradualism. If you don't know what that term is, get familiar with it. Look the phrase up. But the gradualism of that desire of the so-called white man, that Novus Ordo Seclorum, okay, which is a Latin phrase for, one of his ventures, and that's the world. That's going to be the state of the world, the new state of the world, the society that right? And which is going to be pretty much a world that's made up of, things You would have never thought, like, from fake food to you becoming the technology, you know what I'm saying, to different laws, uh, different restraints put upon you, all these different things is going to be the components of this world, which will be, you know, the Novus Ordo Seclorum. But instead of causing hypothermia, the devil, he ain't gonna want you to know he just threw you from hot water to cold water. So he's gonna gradually do it. He's gonna gradually introduce these people into it, and ultimately, once again, it's his enterprise, it's his desire, it's his agenda. You know, and I'm gonna really say it for what it is. They take it down. Oh well, it's the New World Order. You know what I'm saying? And New World of the Ages. This been their desire. You flip the back of your dollar over. This what you see on the back of the dollar. You know, Novus Ordo Seclorum. You know, this Illuminati ran world, you know, which is pretty much a gang of the elites. You know, it's a gang of the elites. You know, you see it right here. It's on the back of a dollar. Okay, it been there. You know, it's been there. You know, that's their focus. You know, Yahweh Shah, he said, we supposed to have our eyes single. That represents your focus. You know, one eye, you want your eye focus. They know these things, you know. So this represents their focus and what they're full of. Whatever your eye on, that's what you treasure, you know, and that's what you'll be full of. And we see what's this man's eye is on through what he puts out, you know, what he spews out through his moves and his words. Okay, even if he does it deceitfully, you know, he'll say something that means something else, like this shit, you know, Novus Ordo Seclorum, which simply just means what, you know, new order of the ages, you know, new order of the ages. All right, and that's what their eyes upon and always been upon. See, but anyway, I'll be in it all deep. They're gonna gradually. That's what they always had their hearts on. That's one of their enterprises. That's gonna be the state of the world. And that's really the state of the world right now. It's completely coming into the Novus Ordo Seclorum. That's why so much shit is changing. You know, because the so-called white man, he basically wants to try to reset his time because the Lord has appointed his bounds to where he can't pass. You know, the elites know this. You know, they you know, just because it's the first volume or first update, I was just informed that those that may not be as enlightened on this particular subject, we go to Wisdom of Solomon in the second chapter. This goes into the mindset of who the Lord is focused on as far as his enemies. It was the chief house of Esau, chief people of Esau, Amalekites, you know, and the grandsons of Teman, who are all just Edomites. Okay. But anyway, which is Esau. And these men that went on to become international bankers and stuff like that, so-called men. So this is going into the mindset of them, of why he will have his heart set upon them, his eye on them, if you will. But this is Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 2 and 1 for the ungodly, right? Dealing with Esau, said reasoning with themselves, see, in their minds, because the Lord, he searched the hearts. You know, it says even the king's heart. You got everybody heart what they think in his hand. It says for for the ungodly, really ultimately because he made you. You see, but for the ungodly said reasoning with themselves, so they plotting, thinking about examining, meditating on certain things, studying certain things, right? But not a right. You're supposed to do that, but they're doing that not a right. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man, there is no remedy. even though they're ruling. This is what they contemplate on. You know, that they want to live forever. They want to be a god. They can't though. You know what I'm saying? We see this in the way the so-called white man moves with his society. You know, he set people up. He got his little workers that do his bidding, and you know, you can see that he has a god complex. You know, that's been said, you know, over and over. Okay. It says our life is short and tedious. And they show you that on the movie what's that? Batman versus Superman, with Lex Luthor. Or Lex Luthor. This nigga. Lex Luthor. Either Lex Luthor or Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. You gotta get Lex Luthor, Superman. Lex Luthor has been Superman's, which would be us, right? Lex Luthor has been, you start with your house shot, and that's that chapter focus on. When you get when you go, because as you go on into the chapter, you get further into the Lord's letting us more into their mind of what these elites think. You know, these Lex Luthors, if you will, and they ultimately go into thinking about Yahweh Shah, the elect, the so-called black man. You know, on some Lex Luthor shit, on how to take them out, what he's going to do to them, what he know he's capable of, which is why they want to take him out with the same relationship of Lex Luthor, between Lex Luthor and Superman. But anyway, Lex Luthor has been, because they can't be Lex Luthor and Superman. So who is Superman? These so-called white people. They the villain, they the good guy. They don't make no sense. It's good against evil. Jacob versus Esau. Light versus darkness. Good against evil. They're evil. All right? They're the Lex Luthor. We're the Superman. Lex Luthor has been Superman's arch enemy for most of superheroes' existence. He has been envisioned as Superman's dual opposite, morally depraved and relying on intellect over strength. See? For instance, thou art wiser than Daniel. Daniel will be of the Superman race, right? And the thou will be Esau. You know, Daniel has the wisdom of the gods, but Esau is further because they lean upon intellect, this world's wisdom, so-called intellect, but they don't have the fear of Yahweh Shemiel Shah. They don't simply have any understanding for, you know, a power far beyond them that we all are subjected to, you know, and through him is all. It comes off. From him comes off. They miss that part, you know, but they get into the deep parts of the other stuff, which is why they're so rational, you know, cause and effect, Murphy's Law, shit like that. You know, the damn, it's so much, man. But this is what powers them. These the gears that turn within the elite, not just your regular so-called white man. In his eye, you know, hey man, you all right in my book, man. You better do, you know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about those people. We talking about the elites, those that's the stars. We ain't talking about extras in the movie. It's the elite versus the elect, man. All right, but it says morally depraved and relying on intellect over strength, rather than harnessing his genius for good. Luthor sees his power for his own benefit and is a threat at large. And I wanted to get the real dude. You know, it's Esau, man. The guy I'm looking like a Jake on this one, but this the nigga that played on goddamn Facebook. See how bugged out they are? They try to, Jake don't run nothing, so how could this be Jake? But this the guy I was talking about, him. You know, this goddamn Lex Luthor, this nigga, man. He represents the, you know, really a guy that works for the elite. He's a puppet. These would be your how the elite get their jobs done. You know, niggas that fit. You know, Edomites that want to work their way up the ladder. You know, but they just completely about themselves. So the elite that's over them will use them. These would be your Mark Zuckerbergs, your Elon Musk, you know, your different presidents, because you gotta be a wicked person to want to run for president. You know, you gotta be very wicked because you are the face of deception. You know, you're the face of the people that's really calling the shots. And that's these elites. You know, who invest in guys like this, high power brains of their race that's just completely on self-destruct mode. You know what I'm saying? But that's it without saying a lot on that. So when you go back here, it says, "For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not a right. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave." Yeah, so just getting a little bit further into this, for instance, this reminds me of this guy. You got different families of these. This guy, he was an American investment banker. These are the dudes that fund everything. These are the investors. They own the banks. They own the banks. Think about that. They own the banks. You got money in the bank, millionaires that got bank accounts, billionaires. These dudes own the banks. People bring their money to them, and the bank ain't nothing more than a damn get rich quick scheme. That's why when you go to the bank, they'll never, and you try to withdraw a certain amount of money, they don't never got it on hand. Because they taking your money and flipping it. That's what they doing. And that's how they procuring to themselves everything. They set the banks up for multiple purposes. So these are the elites. This dude dead now. But what he did was he tried to get a bunch of them heart transplants because he wanted to live forever. They said that he had over like 7 or 8. And you can see the wickedness in him. You can see it. You know? They link up with the other goddamn heathens. It's these dudes, man. But he gonna come back into slavery. You see it on him. He tried to live forever. So yeah. Regular people, you know, but they high level with the wickedness, man. Okay. Yeah, see, it comes straight up. David Rockefeller, 6 heart transplant successful at age 99. Billionaire Rockefeller did not receive multiple heart transplants, including one performed just before he reached the century mark, which is 100 years. So that's like contradicting himself. He successfully undergone his 6th heart transplant in 38 years at the vulnerable age of 99. The heart transplant, which lasted 6 hours and was done by a team of private surgeons at his principal residence on the family estate in Quantico Hills, New York, which is where the so-called 1% lives, which is, you know, code word for elites, really. You know, but it says doesn't seem to have tired the legendary businessman known for his dynamism and cunningness. The serpent. It's dumb, man. Look, the article also included a purported quote from David Rockefeller about how to live a long and healthy life. See, this is what the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not all right. Our life is short and tedious. They understand that, And in the death of a man, there is no remedy, as much riches as they have. That causes one to only realize life for what it is. When you get all the money, when you get everything, you see that shit don't mean nothing. And like King Solomon did, really main reason because you know you gotta die. You know you have to go through a process called death, which is ain't no such thing as death. It's sleep because you come back to the earth again anyway. But see, they understand reincarnation too, but you would rather not reincarnate. And then ultimately, these elite so-called white people, they know they're Esau, and they know they about to be wrote out of the story. So they trying to basically hack the system. See us, for us, we don't have no problem reincarnating. You know, even though Jake, it's a curse being a Jake right now anyway, but you got promise, you have an inheritance which they want, which they're trying to get back that they sold to you in antiquity. You know what I'm saying? But point being, we're gonna live forever because of that. And they know they not. So with all this money and the time they've been given to do, get it how they live, they accepted that and they realized all this shit is vanity, really. You know? So they would try to hack the system by living forever. See? So it says, so the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not a right, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. You see? It says, for we were born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. See? They ultimately know they Esau, man. For the breath in our nostrils, the elite, so-called white people know that the international bankers, for the breath in our nostrils is as smoke. Smoke here is like burning an incense. Eventually go out. They say, and a little spark in the moving of our heart. For we being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof. They ultimately know Yahweh is going to come back and destroy them. And World War III is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's prophecy. So this is why they will build bunkers, and this is why they will paint the Messiah, you know, as dumb to try to take Jank down with them. Misery loves company. Because ultimately, you know, they've been going so long, they're in the flesh, so they think they didn't, the Lord said they think the Lord just like them, or they may be doing the right thing. But ultimately, they know, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you hot, you get cocky, man. You know what I'm saying? So for our time is a very shadow that passeth away. See, that shadow of death. And after our end, there is no returning. For it is fast sealed so that no man cometh again. That's what the Lord's going to do to all of them. So with them accepting that, clearly, they will go on and take their time and money and resources, and their money, which allows them time and resources to get into these things, to completely manifest who they are. And why the Lord has their eye set upon them as these so-called elite bankers. You see, so the article also included a purported quote from David Rockefeller about how to live a long and healthy life. Quote unquote, every time I get a new heart, it is like the breath of life is swept across my body, because your heart holds all that blood, which is the blood. The life is the blood. Life is in the blood. And that's why you hear about all these things, instances of Jake being kidnapped, adrenochrome and all that. These are some bloodthirsty devils for real, man. They want to live forever, and they want your blood because you got the blood of the gods. You got the blood of the gods. You got the blood of those that's gonna go on and have those incorruptible extraterrestrial bodies. Right now we're terrestrial, but we're still gods over there because we can show what's gonna happen. And we're gonna be given the power to do good or evil. So we're gods over there, but We're gonna completely be in that state of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians when we get those promised incorruptible bodies, which is what they're trying to create on their own. See that? I feel re-energized and alive. You can't make this up. However, this news was not reported by any other credible media outlet because it was a spoof about the alleged heartlessness and entitlement of the wealthy from the fake news site World News Daily Report, whose disclaimer page states that the site's articles are not meant to be taken as truthful. Man, get the hell out of here, man. The scriptures say they gonna make their tongue fall upon themselves. So even if you're being sarcastic, even if you playing, it's still it's a out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. You shall know a man by his fruit. Fruit of a tree by his fruit. Fruit of his lips. So you could miss those that got the eyes to see with that, man. Okay, this is all over the damn. It's all over. It's everywhere. You know, and we know heart transplants happen for real. John Q, go watch John Q. That stuff happens. He got the new heart and extended his life. He's the last surviving grandchild of oil tycoon John D. Rockefeller. You know, well, this is from a site called Logically.ai. False. How the hell y'all know? Well, according to scriptures, that's true. They concerned with living forever. You know, so it says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in use." Yeah, you know, what was their use, and what's the creature? The creatures, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. How did they use us? Like what's like in their youth? You know, because really, when you think about it, Abel got immunity for killing Cain, or Cain got immunity for killing Cain. Flocky. Cain got immunity for killing Abel because the Lord will reserve Cain for his judgment, and meaning no one could touch him but besides him. And if you did try to touch him, vengeance of sevenfold take hold upon you. Paraphrasing. We read that, I believe, in Genesis, the 4th chapter. Okay, so basically, them making certain moves and knowing the certain moves in their antiquity, and them now knowing the moves they made in their antiquity, those same moves is how they got to this point. Just like how Isaac told Esau, he said, "By thy sword thou shalt live, shall thou live, man." And that goes into what? His blessing, you know. And then I'm gonna get to the point of all this. You know, this is by the Spirit going into this. This Genesis 25, Salaki. Genesis 27. Once again, the music too loud, you know. See how long I've been doing. Shalom. Yeah, Kai. Yep, that's one right there. You know, you said to be cunning. Esau was cunning like David Rockefeller. That's right. All right. Okay, I've been going. All right. Okay, Kai. So jumping down to the point. This is the blessing. Okay, this is Genesis 27. And there's a lot that could be said, but I ain't gonna, I won't draw this out. But as far as like revelations that's coming out right now, but this is Genesis 27, and I'm gonna start at 36. And he said, is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. No, you sold it, and behold, now he taketh away my blessing. Yeah, and he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? See, reserved. When you go into because as I said, when you analyze that, pretty much them. How did I even get here? Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna keep that to the point. But basically, I forget what it was. Oh, it was Muslim Solomon and second. They would go on to use the creatures in their youth, as in their youth. Basically, they would search their records, like how we was told to search our records and see how we, you can't, if you don't know where you're coming from, you ain't gonna know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where you come from. You got to know your past and know your future. You see what I'm saying? So they would basically go into these records, man. They never lost sight of who they were. We did, you know. But once again, that is reserved a blessing for me. That this completely ties into that, but also proves the point I made as far as about how Abel, Salaki, how Cain was told by the Most High, basically, you're reserved unto punishment, and that's how the Lord moved. When you go to what's that, 2 Peter, the second chapter, the Lord talked about how He reserved angels. Lord always He reserved people, you know. So basically, that's due to things that certain moves they made to get to that point, but they basically kept it at a certain state when you're reserved. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like on a table reserved for you. No one can touch that table. That table is, you know. But as long as you know, once you reserve something, you know, it is able to basically keep the status or estate it's in. And that's, but they got, see that you can't make this as that. They understand that. Okay, when you go back to Wisdom of Solomon, like, okay, let us now use the creature as in our youth. Because they understand how they got to the point they have now, which is, you know, they try to reduplicate the garden. Everything, man. You can't make this up. Getting Eve to eat the apple again, because that's how we got kicked out of the garden. Making Eve not see Adam, you know what I'm saying? Not listen to Adam. They understand this stuff, man. It's not a coincidence. This is Genesis 4. I'm gonna jump to the point. This is Genesis 4, and I'm gonna start it. So he killed him. He asked him, "Where's your brother?" He said, "He knoweth not." Right? I'm gonna read verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee. This is powerful because this goes into what this update is gonna be about. This NOVUS ORDO SECLORUM update, gradualism update is going to be about. This is very powerful. It's very spiritual. It says, when thou tillest the ground, talking to Cain, who came back as Esau, who was the serpent, right? Now called the devil and Satan, which deceived them, right? Which dwell upon the earth, right? Same spirit. When thou tillest the ground, meaning the earth, when you try to get the earth to produce for you, benefit off the earth, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. It's never going to be at its maximum strength. So if we getting apples that's the size of this, and bananas and grapes, they taste a certain, you know, they may taste good. They may be real purple, real green, good wine. You, with him on the earth and him being responsible for, really, he the reason why we even get to taste these things. He owned those crop fields. They will never be at their full strength. So the best grape you tasted is not even at its full strength. See that? And that's why there's a goddamn shortage on every goddamn thing. So-called, right? If you will. Basically, as many grapes as you see, it should be however many times more. Fruits, all of that. Figs, whatever. Everything that come out of earth. It's not yielding its strength because this nigga, he owns the earth. You go look up, what's that nigga name? Larry Sanders? Not Larry Sanders. He ran for president. This guy. This is giving you some insight on you know, the bigger picture. This is what your Howard Shad don't focusing on. Not Larry Sanders. This dude name. Sanders. Bernie Sanders, that's his name. Dwadi Halbashnial Chop. Bernie Sanders, this dude, right? This is Bernie Sanders. He owns all type of fields, man. Let's prove it. You know. Let's see, out in Cali. That's the where I passed. Let me see. A lot of those crop fields that they're stored supply by, he owns. Let's see. Help for family farms. Field to burn. We got agricultural plans. But yeah, this dude owns fields, man. He owns a bunch of fields. Just like the rest of these devils. They own, they how you go pick up your you know, see? Because that's who's working out there on them, you know, on those fields. See if I can get some information real quick. I want to be saying that. But yeah, you can look it up, man. I'm not just saying this. How he gonna be speaking on something he know nothing about? An agricultural plan. This dude own all type of fields, man. Yeah, Monsanto. Yeah, that's basically it. You go look it up. But yeah, this dude, he own a bunch. Okay. But anyway, so when you go back to Genesis 4:12, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. So the Lord is denoting the earth. You know, he's going into how to basically referring to the earth, bringing forth good for you, right? The scripture tells us in Psalms that every man is served by the field, right? And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Then I can bear. And Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. Lord, not gonna be dealing with him, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to a crook, a wanted from town to town poster ass nigga, man. Because he did this, he known for this, he known for that. You know? This dude, he like a damn he like a casted out ninja on Naruto, man. You know, a rogue ninja. You know? You know, he come and go any goddamn where. You know, he's stealing shit. It's this nigga, man. It's Esau. It's Aisha. You know, but anyway, so when you go back here, it says what? And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, Yahweh said unto him, therefore, whoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. So he was reserved. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord Yahweh and dealt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. So that was it, man. And Cain would come back. That's a powerful judgment. So how could the Lord just end that judgment, and we never see it come to, because he didn't even get punished. Nigga never got punished. See that? So this is 2 Peter 2 and 4. This is how the Most High get down, man. For if God, verse 4, for if God, the Most High, spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness. That's going into us as the fallen angels. You know, the Nephilim. It says to be reserved unto judgment. See that? The Lord reserves people for judgment, man. You know, and it actually, you know, it's a plan he has. This is verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. He never got punished. This Cain came back as Esau, right? And he never got punished, and he still ain't got punished yet. But that punishment is coming now. So when you go back here, Genesis 27, and jump into the point, it says, yeah, verse 36, and he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he have taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? See that? You can't make that up, man. What's been reserved for him? Reason he didn't get it because he's been reserved for goddamn judgment, man. Because the blessing that Isaac will go on to give this man will be one to basically manifest that judgment of that Yahweh was gonna, you know, give unto this nigga, man. You know. But anyway, it says, and Isaac said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given him to him for servants. With corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, this is blessing. Thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. You see, the most that the earth can yield forth will be his, if you will. It says, and of the dew of heaven from above, right? So he'll be he'll get the relief, he'll be relieved from certain instances. Esau is not in trouble like other men, as the scriptures say. The dew goes into relief, you know, ultimately. But it's because he's being judged. Because think about it. If everybody knew what the mark of Cain was, which is that leopard skin, which is that because that mark was put upon Cain when he came back as Esau, you know, ultimately. That's why he was born like that. And it was 2 brothers again. You know, if anybody knew to this day that was these so-called white people, obviously is Esau, and not only Esau, but I'm talking on whole. But Cain, man, he'd be gone already. So that's why the Lord will reserve him. Basically, he will reserve him for that because he's like, I'm gonna get your ass. This nigga lied to the Most High, and how will he keep him from that judgment? Once again, by putting that mark on him, and that mark was spiritually told to people. That's why they call themselves white. White represents purity, innocence, you know. And then they would reserve themselves from judgment, being that they would be the people to take over, write all the laws, and basically be the bully of the earth. Like if you mess with those so-called white people, you go mess with that little white girl, she gonna get you killed. You better they're gonna put you under the jail. You mess with that white man. That's Esau. That's Cain. I mean, right? So basically, he's been kept from everything, any harm happening to him through how the Lord, you know, would allow him or give basically the traits that the Lord will give him and the time the Lord will allow for him to bring forth those traits. And those traits basically is a defense mechanism. Esau will murder you so he don't die. Esau will steal and lie to you so you won't kill him. That's why he said he the white man. He Israel. See? But really that go back to the Lord, reserving that spirit of Cain, which is through him now, which is, being, that's in the stead of being Esau now. Through he reserved him, ultimately to bring his ass ultimately to the king of terrors, man, to get his ass jacked up and judged. And these elite bankers know this. So let's get what the blessing is real quick. Furthermore, and of the dew of heaven from above. So that the dew goes into what? For the edification purposes, I gotta get it. And like I said, it's gonna be the only episode probably like this, the only update. It's just to get you in the spirit of what's going on. For real out here. Not be all down here with these people on the low ass level, man. This dude do spirit and power your help us from outside. He gives me the tongue of the learned that I may know how to speak a word this season. As the scripture say, Solomon said that. So this is 18 and what? I'm able to do this. In 16, it says, shall not the dew assuage the heat? So that's what the dew goes into. The dew ultimately could be the doctrine. But he ain't got that. He hold our files, but he not benefiting necessarily, like in the fullness of when the Lord brings. That's for us, right? So not the dew assuage the heat. So whoever got the dew, that's who's relieved. We got the dew because we got the understanding, the outlet for the plug of these scriptures. We're plugged in. Like this is a plug right now. You getting plugged. This is assuaging the heat. This gonna help you throughout all this $5, $7, $8 gas, food shortage, all that. The damn mark. This assuages the heat, but they got dew too. Remember that. So that's what the dew goes into. So they being kept from the heat. They don't never fit. They towns get burnt. They say we're gonna build back better. We pissed at them, but the Lord ain't allowed us to do anything about it. We've never got them back because they're assuaged from the heat. They got that dew. So is a word better than a gift? That's the part they really ultimately don't have. So jumping back here to the blessing, so that's part of his blessing. That's why they good, man. They not in trouble as all men. Read Psalms 73rd chapter, right? And by thy sword thou shalt live. See, that was a part of his blessing. The sword is this nigga. He was blessed to kill, man, to murder. It shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, right? And his sword, a sword, according to the scriptures, is not just a physical killing instrument. It's any method of killing, man. He's blessed with being able to do that. And you use the sword in what? War. So he can win. He like, yo, this is how you gonna hold yourself down. You better live by that sword. You see? And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion through that sword, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And will understand how, because that's why I says in Psalms 2, and so many scriptures, that's why I say in Psalms 2, why do the heathen raise imagine a vain thing? They take counsel, the judges of the earth set themselves, and they take counsel together saying, let us cut asunder their bands. Whose bands? Our bands. The fact that they've been made slaves to us, they cut that asunder, by not letting us know who we are, and they're supposed to be subservient to us. That's why the Bible ain't taught in school, all of that. And the Rockefeller family is responsible for most of the curriculum at these universities because they know this, man. Going back to Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. So when they have the dominion, they will break our yoke off their neck through understanding this. Through what? So you should see the point now. Wisdom of Solomon 2, as they said right here, as they said, we're in their minds right now. You see? And it's keeping their heat off us because we know what they're doing. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2. We know what they're thinking. And 6, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present. You see, because the earth's still beautiful, but it's not at its strength, and it's been given into their hands. So they like, we ain't gonna trip. We can't, beggars can't be choosers, right? And let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. See, what does that mean? Who's the creature? Romans 8. It's talking about you, man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, us. We're the creature, man. This is Romans 8 and 19. It says, so I'm gonna start at Slocky 16. It says, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And we know they're talking about us Israelites because when you read the 9th chapter, Paul's talking about the Israelites according to the flesh, the sons of God. You see, which is talking about Yahushua, who's an Israelite, son of God. And it says what? And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, not only joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. And the elite notice, for the earnest expectation of the creature, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. We waiting to be revealed. We're the creature. Look, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who had, the Lord got his reasons, who had subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself, because the creature itself, not everybody, also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption. Who is it talking about? It's talking about us, so we the creatures. What's the bondage of corruption? These bodies. That's how you know 2 Peter was talking about us, those angels that sinned and was reserved unto change the darkness. It says, into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. See? So that's us, man. Because we're the only ones that's going to get the new bodies. As said earlier. So the creature is talking about us. That's what they thinking about. They said, let us use the creature like as in our youth. That's crazy. So they will tap back into their antiquity and go into the same steps they use to get to the point of what they have now. And that's what the New World Order simply is, man. That's what the Novus Ordo or SECLORUM is about. They're tapping into their antiquity, and trying to extend their time. When you read Job, the 14th chapter, Deuteronomy 32nd chapter, 35th verse, their foot shall slide in due time. That's the 33rd verse, I believe. And shit, when you go on and read, and look, this is what they talking about. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rose buds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of voluptuousness, that fatness that Isaac told them about. Let us leave tokens. How they know they never lost their identity, and they would hold our records. They hold the dew of heaven, but it's not necessarily relieving them in the way it's relieving us. They just being kept from that affliction that's supposed to be put upon Cain by others through that sword, man. Don't mess with that so-called white man. That's Cain. You got that mark. But anyway, it said, let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Okay? Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. What is that talking about? When thou shalt have the dominion over thy brother, thou shalt break off the yoke of thy neck, because he will understand how. He'll be like, oh, this is how I'm subject to you. Let me take this power from you. Let me stop showing you who you are. Let me say you somebody else. Let me change the image of everything. Let our strength be the law of justice. That's why they will come with their own laws. They know they have them. If they was Jacob, why wouldn't they be pushing the book? Because the only way Jacob is going to win is through pushing this book. See that? That's why we're doing it, and they're not. We push the kingdom because the kingdom for us. They don't push the kingdom. Nobody pushes the kingdom but us. They want America to be great again because they're not Jacob. You're Jacob. They know this. So they ain't gonna push it. They want to push it away and get rid of you. That's the elite. It ain't no regular Edomite doing this to you, man. This the elites that's doing this. That's what the NOVUS ORDO SECLORUM is. But they're not going. They've gradually been putting people in. Basically, when they took the yoke off their neck and got the dominion, that was the start of the NOVUS ORDO SECLORUM right there. Because shit will change from how it's supposed to be going. That's how the earth is out of foundation. The courses of the earth are out of foundation. He turned everything upside down. That's in order to lie, you gotta know the truth. Everything out of order because it lies. That's why a Job will request, let not a vain speaker be established in the earth. That's Esau, man. But that nigga know what he's saying ain't it, man. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. It says, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings. That's not just going into us, that's going into Yahweh Shah. They waiting on Yahweh Shah. He upbraided us with our offending the law. That's you see that through us, but how much more Yahweh Shah? And objected to our infamy, the transgressings of our education. What they say is knowledge is abominable. They in school teaching kids they can be whatever they want to be. That's transgression, because in that you basically saying a little boy can wear a dress or a little girl can wear pants, you know. And then they cut themselves, so they're gonna have to change those restroom symbols where they got the women's with the dress and the little boy, you know. I think they actually did that. They got a little boy. They got the boys' bathroom with a dress and a damn, you know, the nigga with pants, and then the girls, you know, a dress. I think I seen that. He professes to have the knowledge of the Most High. He calls himself a child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. They understand. That's how they tapped in. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. Why you think they changed the image into their own? Why you think when they walk up and they see our sign of the depiction, a more accurate depiction of what the Messiah looks like, these people get scared? Because they under the spirit of Esau. And it says what? He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like others. His ways are of another fashion. Yeah, there's many people on earth, but they understand we're the people. You got the sons of men, the sons of perdition, the sons of the wicked, right? Same thing, / right? And the sons of God. That's us. And the son of God, right? The protege is Yahweh Shai, who people know as Jesus Christ. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. See that? I know the blasphemy of them would say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. They are the synagogue of Satan. Which really is going into those that's of the church that's faking the funk. You know? But it just so happens you have the fake Jews saying that they the Jews, these so-called white people, which is talked about in the scriptures. When you go to Zephaniah, it's that the 9th chapter, it say how a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Yeah. Meaning you're fatherless. Going into the chapter, he's the son of God. He say he the son of God. Look. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He is standing for our ways as for filthiness. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed and make it his boast that God is his father, That's talking about Yahweh Shai. That's what he was killed for, murdered for, by them, by their hands. Let's see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. That's Yahweh Shai. Such things did they imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness has blinded them. See, as for the mysteries of Yahweh Shai, they knew them not. See, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. That's another word for spirit. See that? They came, man, for the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Eternity. That's going into us. Nevertheless, through the envy of the devil came death into the world. See? Starting with the serpent on down to Cain, on down to Esau, who are the elites today, international bankers. So nevertheless, through the envy of the devil, this is why all this is going on. They envy us. Came death into the world. Everything dying and drying up. And they that do hold of his side do find it. Yeah, these jakes that go down in Egypt to take, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. So that's basically it on that. Okay. So we can go ahead and get into this. So they're not gonna, and all of that has been what? The Novus, ORDO, SECLORUM, all of this that Jake partakes in. But they're not gonna make it like day and night. They're gonna do it devilish. Because they're the devil. They're gonna deal with gradualism. Gradualism going into what? It says a hypothesis that evolution proceeds chiefly by the accumulation of gradual changes, in contrast to the punctuations model. Okay, so it says a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. See, so it's gonna be little things they do to get everything how they want it, which is a feeble attempt of trying to extend their time. As we just went into, that's what they're concerned with. That's 100% what they're concerned with, man. Okay, so this is Proverbs 24:2. For their heart, the study of destruction. You see, and their lips talk of mischief. When you go into the words destruction, you get shad, which means, or shaddad, which means havoc, violence, destruction, devastation, ruin, violence, havoc as social sin. Now, you get that word social sin. Hold on, why I got two right here. We're gonna go here. Click that off. Social sin. This is what social sin goes into. And examples of social sin may include war. What do you use in war? Swords. So they understand they're in war. And poverty. Social sin. So they study social sin. They study war and poverty. They will learn how to make war win war. Learn how to make poverty win off poverty. These effects damage entire communities. This is how they did this to us. Everything is an act of war upon us. That's why I said never trust thy enemy. Who does that in war? But you don't even know you in war. Hey, buddy. These effects damage entire communities and countries. War is a state of armed. You see, look at that sword. Is it just a machete? No. It's a damn nuke. It's a syringe. It's a damn proclamation. It's all that, man. A law, a decree. That's why it says there's a generation whose teeth are as swords, going into their laws. A law gets you put to death. Think about that. Really think about that. Why is the jail? Why is the prisons packed with us? And most of the laws get us killed. It's a law you can't turn a certain way, and if you do, somehow that results in you dying. That same law as so-called Black, Latino, and Native American Indian, just because of the law. Jake literally called the ones that kill us law. They're law. War is a state of armed conflict between different countries or different groups within a country. So yeah, Esau versus Jacob. So you got war being studied in America against by the so-called white people, being pretty much, or just the foot soldiers. Even though the elites come over here, they over here too. but the ones you see on the front, they are the foot soldiers for the ones that's for the commanders, which will be, you know, the elite bankers against the opponents, those on the other side, us. Jake bringing a damn hug to a, you know, a perpetual fight, man. You know, to a war. Jake bringing hugs. Jake bringing, I forgive you. Jake bringing, you know, Jake bringing he black to the devil. You see, so war is a state of armed conflict between different countries or different groups within that country. Let me see how long, how much I got. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. All right, so this is the Lord putting us on game. For their heart study destruction. Destruction, once again, meaning what? Social sin. Look, oppression, robbery, spoil, wasting. That's what it goes into, which ultimately is social sin. So poverty, that's what we need to understand. Let's read this in the NLT. For their hearts plot violence, and their words always stir up trouble. You see? It's all set up, man. Everything going on is by the damn elite, man. The people we just read about. You know? Devastation. That's another meaning of that word shad, which is the Hebrew word for destruction, waste, ruin, severe and overwhelming shock of grief. Yeah, it's a shocking thing to see those gas prices right now. You know? So pretty much, I'm gonna go ahead and bring these articles out. So that's what the NOVUS ORDO SECLORUM is, man. You know, is these ones study a way to bring about their goddamn, what's it called, man? You know, agenda, which we'll get the rest of the scriptures, but I just want to get this news real quick. So Biden executive order on cryptocurrency expected this week. So it says Biden is expected to sign an executive order on cryptocurrency this week that will mark that spiritual, the first step toward regulating how digital, the first step toward regulating how digital currency is traded. See that? You got to really like look at that, because basically they're saying this, they're doing this because they don't want Russia to find a workaround the sanctions. Okay, so regulate, control, or maintain the rate or speed. So this is confirming that their digital currency is a thing of the now, and it's going to be a permanent fixture in the future. See, so that it operates properly. See that? And they'll just use this, the Russia instance, to cloak it. Like, oh, we're just only, you know, why he signed a whole executive order like immediately on digital currency? Fuck out of here, man. Who you fooling? Bitcoin prices continue to fall. The price of the cryptocurrency has fallen more than 6% in the past 24 hours. Yeah, because they basically shunning it in a sense. So they say. The move comes as administration officials have raised concerns in recent weeks about Russia's use of cryptocurrency to evade the impact of crushing sanctions in response to its invasion of Ukraine. The sanctions have sent rubble to historic laws and have closed the country's stock market. So they trying to use this as an excuse to start pretty much getting people familiar with digital currency. And you know, really when you go into the law, it's probably some in it particular, because they say they want to regulate how it's being done, you know, and that's dealing with the order is expected to describe what government agencies, including the Treasury Department, need to do to develop policies, to develop policies and regulations on digital currencies, period. So that could be any goddamn thing. See, this is another thing to just get digital currency on the forefront, which is ultimately leading into what? You know, the new Novus Ordo SECLORUM, which is that Mark Cuban. That's all this is. They just this gradualism. This gradualism right here. It is expected to include a request for the State Department to ensure that American cryptocurrency laws are aligned with those of U.S. allies, and will ask the Financial Stability of Oversight Council, which monitors the stability of the U.S. financial system, to study to study illicit finance concerns. See? But we know the Lord said it hard to study. It study destruction. It study, and then it's another way to get rid of money. Because it says, additionally, the order will explore the possibility of a new central bank digital currency. So they're gonna start opening up banks that's dealing with digital currency. The Federal Reserve issued a paper on the topic in January. See? And now we in March, and here they come with this. Well, you going so fucking crazy? How the fuck, like, it wasn't no war. It wasn't no war in January. So this shit was set up. This shit was planned. They've been wanting to do this, and they just using this that done happen now as a way to start regulating law and policies on how they're going to use digital currency, man. A form of digital currency will be an RFID chip. That's the mandatory one you so-called white people got to do. And was this done by Joe Biden? Yes, but this was through the elites. Because they're funding all of this, man. It's prophecy. Now listen, I'm gonna move on. It says, implicit in the order will be that cryptocurrency will remain a part of the U.S. economy for years to come. See that? The White House plans to move forward with the executive order were first reported by Bloomberg, fake news. See? While U.S. officials have played down the significance of cryptocurrency to Russia's ability to evade sanctions, it remains a concern. So they tried to say this the reason why, but y'all was already talking about this in January, and it wasn't any sign of Russia taking Ukraine for real. You would have never thought it would have got to that point to where y'all have been issuing, as far as y'all propaganda, goddamn, y'all never had it in your minds. It was never a possibility. You have to go to the point of sanctioning Russia. Fuck out of here, man. So yeah, that's basically it, man. Okay, so this is something to keep an eye on. This is they just signed it down. It's all over. Biden to sign executive order regulating issuing cryptocurrency. Oh man. It says it will also reportedly task the Financial Stability Oversight Council, which identifies risks to the country's financial stability, to investigate any financial concerns. And it will request the Justice Department to look into whether a new law is needed to create a new currency. Basically, this is going to help them create a new currency too. So they're saying basically their reasoning, well, Russia, they're going to find a way to still, get around the sanctions. So we need to kill this way, because they can buy and sell, if you will, through the digital currency. They can buy their way into certain resources or whatever, But you have to really go deep into that to see, okay, how do we trade exactly? But this is what they're saying. And the key thing that's been put out is, it will request the Justice Department to look into whether a new law is needed to create a new currency. because basically how the dollar is needed to buy anything, like to buy oil, you would need, just like the mark of the beast. Let me just get it real quick. The mark Cuban, Salaki, red 13. Beast from the sea, 13 and 16. And he opened his mouth, Salaki, 13 and 16. It says, I'm going to start at 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, regular citizens, sheep, that they should make an image to the beast, including rich people, right? Make your lifestyle after the beast, after what we're saying. That's the image is going into the Novus Ordo Seclorum, because that's a lifestyle. That's the Novus Ordo Seclorum is the lifestyle they want people to live. They want people to how versus how the Lord want people to live. See that? New World Order. Nah, take the world order. Your world coming to an end, which is why America is because everything they really doing is helping bring that in. Gotta remember that. It says, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Yeah. Meaning they brought back the philosophy to Rome. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? That the image of the beast should both speak. Yeah. They could tap back into the records. And basically they got the money and the power and the control of the earth to reduplicate Rome all over again. Through their military tactics, everything, you know. And Rome was on some one world order shit then, but they failed, you see, and caused many, that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And this kind of going into what they saying they're trying to do with Russia. Like, yo, if you don't get this, if you ain't got this, you ain't gonna be able to sustain yourself, which is what they supposedly want Russia to be able to do. Because that's a tactic of how they're trying to get Russia out of Ukraine, which is probably not going to happen. Russia want to take Ukraine, that's going to be it. But they say it's all set up. And the elite know this. The elite want war. You know, they you know, it's just all set up, man. It's just bullshit. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See that? So that's completely that, man. You know, talking about some goddamn. They looking to see that this justice department is going to be required for the duty of to see if whether a new law is needed to create a new currency. See, so it's just fucking clear. The order comes amid concerns over whether Russia could use cryptocurrency to get around the crushing U.S. sanctions issued in response to its invasion of Ukraine. Because the cryptocurrency ain't the mark of the beast. That's just another appetizer of, you know, going paperless to purchase, you know. So they can use this as a way to just bring, you know, a new digital currency, which is going to be that Mark Cuban. You know, like, oh, we just get rid of the crypto. We got to sign the order. If we don't want them to hurt us citizens, and they get rid of the crypto, and they're gonna be like, okay, this is gonna be a new fund, and they're gonna call it. They ain't gonna call it the mark. They're gonna call it some goofy shit. They're gonna call it something goofy. And you're gonna have dumbass people probably start taking that shit, and there's people already walking around with it. This is the last report on it. This is on Bloomberg. You know, because they, you know, everybody said a little something, you know, ultimately the same thing, but you get different point of views. And this is a finance. This is news from a financial concern, but they don't let you, you know. But yeah, that's basically it. And the elites doing this. Amos 9:1. So this is why the Lord has his eye on the elites, because they doing this shit. You know, they want war to, you know, war. They study fucking war, social sin. They study social sin, war and poverty, the effects it can have, how to, in war is a method to get what you want. It's a method towards getting what you want. And just like a method to getting towards, there's a method towards getting rich. Somebody got to be poor. Somebody got to get hustled. See that? So they basically trying to take the birthright back. You know, so many words. But anyway, that's why the Lord got his eye on them. I saw the Lord standing. Look, I saw the Lord I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the post may shake, and cut them in the head. You know, lintel going into the top, and the post going into the bottom. See the roof. He wanted to get those at the top of this shit and cut them in the head, all of them, because when you hit people in the head, you know, they fucking scatter, man. I want to say that Job in the 14th, Job in the 12th verse. It's like 12th chapter. This is Job. Yeah, 12. Yep. He taketh away the heart. See, he taketh away the heart, 12 and 24. He taketh away the heart of the chief of the people. That's the mind. That's the king. That's the elites. That's what we focus on, of the earth, and causeth them to wander in a wilderness where there is no way. See, if you hit the head, the body gonna fall. There it is, man. You know. So going back here, to say what? So that's what the Lord saying this for. Their judgment is unavoidable. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door that the post may shake. That's the top, right? Going, to affect the bottom, and cut them in the head, all of them. That's his point. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. That's those that escape. And he that fleeth of them shall not flee away. So that's why you got niggas like Joe Biden becoming old and senile and forgetting what to do, and they faltering, they plans slipping out because the Lord smiting them in the head. And then you're going to have those that are flee out of those, the top players that's calling the shots, responsible for the destruction, the war and poverty that's befallen America and the earth, which is these so-called elite bankers, and shit ain't gonna go in no bunkers, and the elect gonna get them. Lord willing, we be the elect. How shall we gonna go get them out those bunkers? And ain't gonna be the first people, the first Edomite slaves, man, of the kingdom. He fleeth of them that shall not flee the way. He that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, why would they do this? Because they know. Then shall my hand take them. Wisdom of Solomon in the second chapter. Though they climb up to heaven, then I will bring them down. See? So they know. They hiding and all that, man. Real quick, Revelation in the 6th chapter. Trying to, really hop on me, bring all that first part out. Like I said, this won't go like this. So this is Revelation 6, and this is the 6th seal, terror. So this is when the nukes hit, like that terrible day of the Lord. So when you jump down to 13, it says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. It's locking me. That's cool. Hell yeah. Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, right? When she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men, and the rich men and the kings of the earth and the great men, the lintels of the door, man, the damn heads, and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men, the army, all that, right? And every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the den and in the rocks of the mountains, and said unto the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. See, they knew the whole time. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be stand? They know that he's coming. They know why the ones that truly know what's going on, which is these elites, who are the only ones that can afford these bunkers, are hiding. They're not gonna be in no dogfighters fighting, So that's that. And I think in this last part I have the ECOFootprint. All right, the ECOFootprint, and the elder brother Ariala, he put me on this going into the carbon footprint, which I went on to realize that it's nothing more than Agenda 21. Okay, and that's something that's going on right now as far as like so to wrap all that up. Let me make sure I got everything. I could probably move this around. They're trying to bring the damn mark of the beast. Yeah, let me just bring these out real quick. So now I'll close on those. Okay. So yeah, so you seeing this food rationing take place. That's really what's going on. You got certain stores that have certain things and others don't. You know, in food shortages, they saying that you can see a food shortage, you know, in 2022. That's all orchestrated. That's poverty. That's famine. Because we're living in Isaiah the 24th chapter, which completely reveals that this is going to take place, and it's through the damn so-called white man. So these are the things they're saying that's going to be a food shortage on milk dairy. Among the problems Bloomberg found was a shortage of milk going to public schools in places like Denver, and it turns out that it's not an isolated incident. The problem is not the cows. In November, U.S. Foods reported that prices were going to be on the rise, largely due to supply chain difficulties and labor shortages that were causing a bottleneck in the chain. Yeah, that's why they gave people so much money. It was all goddamn orchestrated. They gave people all this money to where they wouldn't have to come back to work. But then who gonna work the product? Who gonna bring in the stuff from the docks? It was all set up, man. You know, these niggas the goddamn devil, man. You know, that were causing a bottleneck, and it's gonna take you into the whole crypto, it's like a carbon footprinting, which is not what I'm gonna go into. That's another thing. I'm gonna go into the ECOFootprint, which is different. It says, and I'm gonna close out. It says that we're a bottleneck in the chain. So that's basically it. So they, you know, they said while dairy products are plentiful for now, these issues could work to keep markets tight in coming weeks. You know, it's a problem. It's a problem that's not restricted to just the U.S. In October 21, Sky News reported that the U.K. dairy farmers have been forced to dump 10,000 liters of milk, with one farmer disposing 40,000 liters over the course of 2 months because the nation faces a driver shortage so severe that there just hasn't been anyone available to pick up the milk. It was all fucking set up. They knew this. And nobody sees this but us. Looking ahead to 2022, even Ireland is facing some serious problems. That shit was a shamdemic, man. It was a pandemic. These damn devils. And people gonna start losing their mind. You know, Jake like they pork. You know, craft beers, Coca-Cola, pop, salmon, coffee, anything in an aluminum can. I'm not gonna read all this. They say quartz, which it's heavy. I was just talking to a guy. Make sure this they talking about. But that's a whole nother thing. The pandemic ruined a lot of things, see? And one of the supply chain issues that's proven to be a continuing problem is sourcing aluminum cans. According to Waste Dive, beverage manufacturers in particular have had to scale back production to fall in line with the number of cans they can source, and is projected to be a continual problem, not just through 2022, but into 2023. How fucking you say this? Because it's planned, man. It's a damn pandemic. NOVUS ORDO SECLORUM, 100%. Ain't nothing wrong with the cows. Ain't nothing wrong, like you know, which it is, because they got everybody messed up, pumping them with hormones and stuff like that. But really, the why they ain't in the stores no more is because of them. You know, so you know you can go look through this article. It's a good article. I'm not gonna go through all this. You know, the Lord had me go into all this. Now, when you go into this shit, we gonna hit play. This is the ECOFootprint, which is different from okay.
person in the E quadrant is a different human being than somebody in the S quadrant, B quadrant, and I quadrant.
Okay, you go into okay, so is carbon footprint and ecological footprint the same? No. I might put the elder brother link in the description, right? Because they was going into it, him and the brother elder brother Wakai from London. But it says, while the carbon footprint measures the emission of gases that contribute to global warming, right? The ecological footprint focuses on measuring the use of bioproductive space. So basically, the carbon footprint they say is responsible, which people are responsible for making, which is the things they do causes it affects, you know, the environment, and it's emitting certain gases, and it's causing global warming, which is what? Climate change. Global warming is a long-term heating of Earth's climate system observed since the pre-industrial period between 1850 and 1900, when slavery was completely losing complete shackle slavery. So the shit go back further due to human activities, not them, but human activities. So these are the goddamn devils. They're basically trying to say people the problem. So before they know problems gonna arise because they're destroying the earth, but instead they will start putting out things like this. So when people see crazy stuff happening to the earth and it's raining when it ain't, and it's the season, you got damn. It was none of the ducks even left damn there for to fly south. The shit all bugged out, you know. But they basically these type of things you would see, they would basically counter by telling you before you would see them some shit like global warming. And you know what global warming is? They basically, once again, due to human activities, primary fossil fuel burning, which increases heat trapping greenhouse gas levels in Earth's atmosphere. So they basically saying that the environment change is responsible to human activity, regular people, and not them. To cloak that they fucking everything up. They're causing all these fires because that's really what this is going into. Global warming is it says climate change. This is the definition from the United Nations. Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns. They fucking with the weather. You know? But they saying it's responsible to they said it's due to human activities. Not them, not the people who God says the destroying mountain. Not them, who the Lord reveals in Isaiah the 24th chapter. Not them, but people. So people won't know it's them, that they destroying it. That's why it says the son of perdition got to be revealed. He the reason for all of this. He the reason for all the fires on the West Coast. Not all of them. A lot of those fires they doing, man. Lord doing a good amount of them. The Lord doing everything through this goddamn devil. But a lot of this shit you seeing that's fucked up outside is because of this goddamn devil, man. Shit catching fire. That's all global warming is. You know? And they saying it's due to, you know that. But that's what they was going into, the carbon footprinting. You know, which they starting to basically, they're going to take people from, they're going to limit people on how their activities and say you can't do this because it's going to mess up their environment. They're going to start footprinting everything that people's activity, which is known as carbon footprinting, because certain activities are responsible for different gases, carbon going out. You know, everything got carbon in it. It goes out. The more you do or whatever, it's affecting shit. You know, so they're gonna start limiting what people doing. But I'm not going into that. I'm going into the ecological footprint, which focuses on the measure of use of the measuring the use of bioproductive space, which is what is really going on with what they're doing with this goddamn food shortage and shit. What they use, that's how they want things, which they use the pandemic to help bring about. They want to, you know, take away the resources that people have. They stopping it, you know, and they trying to say it was because of people being sick, you know. But that's all bullshit. But we're gonna hit play on what it is, and then we're gonna get through this.
you know it takes around 2,500 liters of water to produce a single hamburger? This represents all the water that's been used throughout the life of a cow to produce the necessary quantity of beef, and all the other processes involved in generating a burger. This principle of calculating the water used throughout the production process shows the water eco-footprint. This represents all the water. Did you know it takes around 2,500 liters of water to produce a single hamburger? This represents all the water that's been used throughout the life of a cow to produce the necessary quantity of beef, and all the other processes involved in generating a burger. This principle of calculating the water used throughout the production process shows the water eco-footprint cost of any food product. This hamburger is potentially just a fraction of someone's daily food eco-footprint. An eco-footprint equals the proportion of land and water needed to support someone's overall consumption levels and reabsorb the associated waste. Currently, around 2.7 global hectares of land and water are required to support each person. The bad news is the planet only has around 2.1 global hectares available per person at present population levels. Your food eco-footprint is a percentage of your overall eco-footprint. Over the past 50 years, levels of population and food production have grown exponentially.
See this? So they've been studying poverty for a minute now.
This means an increase in greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. This creates a paradox where, on the one hand, a rise in levels of food production is speeding up climate change, and on the other, climate change is threatening food production. So to feed everybody on the planet, we need to change our eating habits, as the products we choose to eat directly affect our food eco-footprint. But how can we do this? Let's take an example. Normally, Jane carries out her weekly food shop buying products to prepare a conveniently quick meal for her family. But after seeing a TV show explaining what an eco-footprint is, when she next goes shopping, she reads the label on the products and she asks herself the following questions. Is it in season? Was it transported a long distance? Is it produced or grown locally? How much water was used in its production? Does it come from a sustainable source? Or is it wild or farmed? Does it have a lot of unnecessary packaging? Was it grown indoors or outdoors? To make sure there's enough food on the planet for everyone, you can ask yourself the same questions. Does your food eco-footprint have an effect on climate change? Is it sustainable? By being aware of your food eco-footprint and with the strength of an informed decision, you alone have the power to act to change. Hello, Discover Card here to explain our cashback match. We match all of the cashback you earn at the end of your first year automatically. It's that simple. Discover, exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Hi, Alex here. What is our ecological footprint? Today, I'm going to use illustration to explain what it is and how we feed our planet. So let's get drawing. This is what we need to provide the resources we use and to absorb the waste we produce. 1.5 planets. So that means that it takes about a year and a half for our planet to regenerate what we use in a year.
Bullshit. They got these people bugged out, man.
Our planet. So let's get drawing. This is what we need to provide the resources we use and to absorb the waste we produce. 1.5 planets. So that means that it takes about a year and a half for our planet to regenerate what we use in a year. The Global Footprint Network calculates.
So basically, it's giving them reason to cut the food. They basically saying they're like, this is you know, because you got people out here believing this, so they think this could be the reasoning for why there isn't no food. But putting that out here, this whole eco footprint shit, which is Esau responsible for. These people ain't just start making this up. You go to the globalfootprint.com, national footprint and biocapacity accounts. Basically, they saying the people the reason the goddamn earth is being destroyed. But what people? You know, the Lord tells us that, you know, by the prudence of the man that's in authority shall the city be inhabited. So as the people, so are the, you know, are the people, you know, Sirach, the 10th chapter. And then it tells us right here in Isaiah 24, judgment on the earth. Behold, the Lord Yahweh, verse 1, maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. Yeah, a way to humble these goddamn people. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with fire, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word, right? So this is all prophecy. The earth mourneth it and fadeth away. The world languished it and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. This is his purpose. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinances, broke the ordinance, broke the everlasting covenant. But who's responsible for this? The damn so-called white man, going back, the elite and international bankers going back to Cain. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth. See that? Because the earth was cursed, I believe, going back to Adam, and then ultimately it's cursed. Everything we eat is cursed due to who's pulling the fruit of it, which is Cain. You know? When you go to Genesis 3, it says, this is Genesis 3, and 17, and unto Adam he said, because thou hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Right? The thorns and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. So the earth used to bring forth this complete abundance. It wasn't no little, you know, you get a pack of grapes, there's a little wheat grape on it, you know what I'm saying? That shit didn't used to happen. There's barely even any grapes on the, you know, get a pomegranate, ain't even no, you know. So the earth got cursed then, and then it got cursed through Esau, trying to go till the ground. So that it's like it's double cursed at this point. Now, what was I just reading? Isaiah 24. Got a few more. I'm gonna close out. It says, going into America. Let me jump, scroll out. Here it is, verse 21. And it shall come to pass too in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth that are upon the earth. Why? And they shall be gathered together as prisoners that are gathered in the pit. They hide. Why? And shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in the Mount Zion. Because remember, he's against the mount that's destroying the earth, and in Jerusalem before his ancients glorious. Which I got to get that real quick just to make this make sense. Because the earth is being defiled by these people because of Esau. But Esau outright destroying the earth. Jeremiah 51 and 25, it says, I'm going to start at 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight. Yeah, our grocery store is effed up. It says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. They doing this, man. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, no stone for nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever. Yeah, they're gonna reap what they actually been sowing. That's the fucking destruction. That's what they've been studying, man. Remember? You know, their heart study of destruction. They've been doing this, man. It's them doing this. It's the elites. They're doing this. So all this carbon footprint, eco footprint bullshit. This is just a way to get. Hold on. Let me get. Okay, so we went through this. Now you go to the site. Measure what you treasure. Humans use as much ecological resources as if we lived on 1.75 Earths. But who the fuck who did that? Who gave people all this convenience? Uber Eats, fast foods. New York don't even sleep, man. The Earth, the ecological footprint is the only metric that compares the resource demand of individuals. Governments, their tongue falling on themselves right there, and businesses against Earth's capacity for biological regeneration. Yeah, because you don't follow this land, the Sabbath of the land. Nobody has a Sabbath. You don't do nothing, man. You know? Now, how many Earths would we need if the world's population lived like, you know? It's crazy. You know? So they basically saying that they basically trying to hide the fact that they're in the world, the Earth, the elite. So they setting up niggas like this. Because who's responsible for this? The origin of the metric, the core of the global footprint network is the ecological footprint, a comprehensive sustainability metric, right? Basically, in order to keep the Earth running, they came with this ecological footprint shit, which will keep people, give people a metric on how much they use. So this gives them a reason not to put as much food out, because they got people pushing this, which through this will basically make people think they're the reason for why ain't no food in the store, but they're really doing it. And the reason they doing it is because they trying to, one, kill the population when you go into the Georgia Guidestones, and that's why it says this in Job 27, the state of the godless, right? Verse 13, this is the portion of a wicked man with God, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. They doing this, man. They're oppressing. That's what destruction goes into. That word shot. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. His offspring shall not be satisfied with bread, because they heaping all this shit up to themselves. That's what the Georgia Guidestones is about. They want to get rid of people, man. They want to really get rid of us. You know, they trying to get rid of the poor. You know, it says, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, because they'll bring this crap back, and his widow shall not weep. Ultimately going into like the elder brother earlier said, y'all will call, because they're gonna be with us. It says, though he heap up silver as the dust, you see, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. Now, how are they doing this? How are they doing this? Because they keeping all the food back for themselves. That's what they doing. All the silver, all the gold, they can't find no aluminum, all this shit, man. You know, so they can eat good. That's why they say their dwelling gonna be the fatness of the earth, and they know this. Remember, you got to go back to the Wisdom of Solomon 2. So when you go to Job 20, and I'm gonna start at verse Man. 5. It says, I'm gonna start at 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? See, through his excellency mount, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. His head reach unto the clouds. You know? And I want to get that word excellency real quick. Shaya. Loftiness, pride, elevation, excellency. Okay, cool. Moving on. Loftiness, so they good, right? It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Yeah, bad dream. This nigga, he's a nightmare. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place behold anymore behold him. Neither shall his place anymore behold him. So all these states they got put up, these reservations, these summer houses, the walls that never witnessed this nigga Esau again. They'll never, Lord finna get rid of these international bankers, because they doing this. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. See that? Poverty, their heart study is destruction. Destruction is shy. You're going to shy is what? Is social sin. Social sin, which is examples of social sin may include war and poverty. These effects damage entire communities and countries. See that? War is a state of armed conflict between different countries or different groups within a country. Yeah, the rich versus the poor. Lord had a nigga Tupac say that. The poor gonna eat the rich. You know what I'm saying? You can't make this stuff up because they will have everything. The fucking food not disappearing. They got everything, man. That's what the Lord is revealing. So going back, his children shall seek, Job 20:10, his children shall seek to please the poor. Who's the poor? It's us. I know thy poverty and but thou art rich. They was trying to create the poor to be us. And they just had people that fell victim to it that's around us. The elites was after this. And his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of sin, the sin of his youth. That's they say, let us use the creature as in our youth. When you sin, you lie, you said we took the, you didn't know who killed Abel and all this. It says, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though his wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. You see, though he hide it under his tongue. Hide what? All his wickedness, all the food, all the riches, all the resources, precious minerals, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. You see? Meaning they storing stuff up. Because when you sparing something, you saving it. They savored it, holding it long in their mouths. See that? That's in the NLT. See that? It says what? Yet his meat and his bowels is turned. Yeah. The meat going into the heavier things. They don't just got milk, they got meat. That fatness. That's how you know they got the fatness, because they got meat. Fat is on meat. They got all the fatness. Yeah, his meat is in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him. He has swallowed down riches. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. So there it is, man. It says, he shall suck the poison of the ass, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers. Yeah, the viper's tongue. How Shah called he called his own people. He called our people, the wicked of our people, vipers. They gonna get down on his ass. You see, the viper's tongue shall slay him. It says, he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. You see, riches, all that food, because it's manifold, right? That which he labored for shall he restore, which he didn't labor for, and shall not swallow down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. And what's his substance? The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So all of this carbon footprint bullshit, you know, it's some bullshit. This is a way to keep everything for themselves. This is how they fulfilling these scriptures right here, man. They keeping the food back to kill Jake. And then it's gonna help Jake kill each other. Well, Jake it's gonna backfire. Because why would Jake kill another Jake? They know they ain't got it, you know, the Jake know ain't got shit. They gonna come get y'all. So you goddamn dummies. Why you think we read Job 5, the Lord said, famine destruction, you're gonna laugh. The safety, the poor gonna be exalted to safety. We're gonna take a lot of y'all mansions where y'all got shit stored up at. The elder brother Manata Zakbar just did a video on how Kim Kardashian, this bitch got a bunker. You know, this bitch got a bunker. And it's deck too. I didn't even watch the video. Fuck everybody got bunkers for, man. She's standing, she's taking a damn. Get this broad, man. She got a bunker. Kim Kardashian shops for survival bunkers. You know? We gonna take all that. We gonna take all that. Let me see. I want to get the picture. Yeah. Kim Kardashian meets Doomsday Bunker Builder. Oh, that's Kim Kardashian. I thought it was Chloe. But yeah, this this is what this nigga is causing. Here it is. It say Kris Jenner reveals she has an earthquake bunker for her and her kids. Why would she put that on the damn on? She's stupid. Cause we gonna take that, man. These people stupid. They really, you gotta be there to be in it. You know? Job 5. Just to wrap this up. Job 5, and I'm gonna finish that. Job 5 and it say 5 and 10. It says, let's see. I'm gonna start at 2. It says, for wrath killeth the foolish man. See? But the devil come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows he have but a short time. So yeah, all this goddamn food shortage shit, you know what I'm saying? Milk, goat's milk, can't find, that's that wrath. Ain't like the damn ghost disappearing. But jumping back, Job 5 and 2, for the wrath killeth the foolish man, because people gonna start going to get niggas like this. They're gonna go get Kris Jenner. They're gonna get her ass. They're gonna, once these people online will find you, they found out where that nigga Pop Smoke was at. Because he just happened to be, simple and have a damn address, stunned in front of his door where his mail at, and they seen the address. And that's how they went and killed him.
trying to rob them. How much more when they really like full blown got gas $10, $20, people ain't even driving no more, and the food ain't no food. Hollywood, y'all might as well hang it up, man. People gonna be all through the hills. People gonna be all through the hills. Nigga, you're gonna use their car just to go to the hills. They gonna ramshack these shit, man. And the Lord gonna allow a lot of Jake to have the power to do this, to get them put to death, you know. So it's heavy, man. So, and that's gonna ultimately kill the foolish man. This America gonna go out just through this nigga's own, just his Novus Ordo SECLORUM, man. And envy slayeth the devil, the evil one. Remember, that's how death came into the earth because of envy. See, I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his habitation. I cursed his habitation. His children are far from safety, and they are crushed in the gate. Neither is there any to deliver them. See, that's what's ultimately going to be the outcome of all these things they're trying to set up for themselves. Their habitation is going to be cursed, trying to leave everything they storing up to they kids so they can come back through them. Their kids going to be buried in death, and they're going to be trying to seek to please us. Whose harvest the hungry eat it up. See? And eat it even out of the thorns. And the robber swalloweth up their substance. You see, and take it even out of the thorns. That's how hungry people gonna be. Niggas gonna, you know, they ain't gonna care to hurt themselves or nothing. This is gonna get you devils, man. But this is the world they basically are creating. They're not trying to, but this is really the reality of this whole Novus Ordo SECLORUM. This shit all set up, but look how it ends. That's the good news. Although affliction cometh not of the dust, not a forth out of the dust, neither do trouble springeth out of the ground. Yeah, it ain't the earth. It's the people. It's Yahweh Basham Yahushua for how the people are dealing. And he just got things responding to people in certain ways. Yet man is born unto trouble as sparks fly upward. I will seek unto God, and unto God would I commit my cause. Yeah, about this is how you should be thinking. You should be seeking unto Yahweh Basham Yahushua. Because these devils, you see, they finna cut everything off. You know, the damn cryptocurrency and this ECOFootprint shit, which ultimately goes into Agenda 21, which I'll close out on. It says, which doeth great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number, who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the field. So when shit dry, the Lord can make us good. When ain't no food, he can load us up. He can give us a bunker. Look, to set up on those that to set up on high those that be low. You see, to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. See? So that's what's gonna happen. You think the Lord gonna let her get this shit? Is you serious? Her husband? Matter of fact, this is the nigga. No, Bruce Jenner, Salakia. Caitlyn, that's his name. Her, this family, man, get out of here, man. She gonna be good, this damn slut. Her, these mugs. Are you serious? You know? Through. Done. You're done. You're all done. And this is just what's gonna happen to you. So as the ruler is, so are the people. So whatever's happening to your people, that's gonna happen to your ass too. You can look at it in that regard. Now it says what? So that's how we're gonna take that shit. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet in darkness in the daytime. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and everybody can see them. This shit broad day, and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth. You see, and from the hand of the mighty. That's the sword. That's how Esau will procure fatness to himself, by using the sword. That's a way to kill us, man. That's a sword represent going to war. So when they shutting our foods, our grocery stores down in our communities, That's Esau coming with that sword, man. When they saying is this is for, and it's because of the pandemic, and that's the fucking sword, man. But the Lord he's saving us from the sword because he's putting us on game, and we still gonna eat. He gonna go on and say it from their mouth and from the hand of the mighty. Thus showing you the mouth is the sword too. So the poor, because Jake think it's the pandemic, so I just gotta get the jab. This is why this is going on. And them taking heed to those words is like a nigga decapitating them, you know? It says, so the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom God corrected. Therefore, despise not the chastening of the Almighty, because when you get chastised, the Lord is putting you in position to be low, so you can be in position to get put on high when these elites try to fulfill their NOVUS, ORDO, SECLORUM, man. Their new world order. And it backfire. And it's going to happen to the point, and it's going to be to the extent for he make it store and bind it up. He wounded, and his hands make it whole. They not doing this. They're just doing what the Lord created them to do. And to show his power ultimately. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. See, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. And it's the point. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast. See, we're going to be laughing. But this is pointing out famine going to come. How? Through this shit, man. Through this shit. It's going to be through this shit. You know, measure what you treasure. That's all this shit is, man. Way to make people hungry and all hell to break loose. And then people, you have fucking stupid ass people pushing this shit and making people think it's your fault why we ain't got no more food. It's some bullshit, man. That's disaster waiting to happen. But they set it up to do that. And they gathering all this stuff for them. Which makes so much sense. Because a lot of the food, they probably stop it from coming. They probably putting it in the bunkers. Because World War III, like this close from happening. You know? Because remember they said you go into the bunker videos, they say they can survive in those bunkers from like 3 to 5 years. You need 3 to 5. You can't come out because it need they say nuclear the radiation from like the nuclear war. It takes about, I think they say like somewhere from 3 to 5 years to clear. So they got to be able to stay down there. But you need that much food, especially when you're that greedy. You got to make sure you don't run out. They want to literally not have enough just to make it 3 to 5 years. They want to act like ain't nothing even happened. Niggas got pools and shit. While we down, we suffering. They, you know, your baby got to starve because this damn cracker. You see? So this shit real. This Novus Ordo SECLORUM, this shit real, man. And it's just gradually, you know, this is a part of the gradually. This is how they gradually introduce it to you. Oh, you're part of the problem. Oh, we're using too much. We need almost another planet. It's not God didn't know what he was doing. He put too many of us here. Come on. That's some bullshit, man. It's some bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. So back to Job 20:18, that which he labored for, shall he restore and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be. That's the whole earth, including his ass. And he shall not rejoice therein, because he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor. But we the poor. All this is being done because of us, because he had finally taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. He shall not save of that which he desired. He want all the food, so they trying to save it for themselves, man. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. Because everybody know in their right mind, niggas coming from the low level of you that can't make it. And we're going to find you fucking elites too, man. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Because you're going to remember these videos. You're going to be in a strait, man. And look, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Everybody gonna come get you. You got it all to eat, man. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. See that? Why is all this written? The only thing that goeth this is what's going on now, man. He shall flee from the iron weapon. That's the nuke. And the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and coming out of the body, yet the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, out of his galls. His gall. Terrors are upon him. Terrors are upon him. He brought this shit about, man. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. You can hide in darkness. You know? He ain't gonna be able to do that in his secret places. The secret place is not gonna hide you, bro. It says a fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. Because you're gonna restore everything, man. You know, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him, and the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. So your countdown to death is already started right now. This is the portion of a wicked man. All that food you got up, it equates to this, man. All them resources, it equates to this. All those bodies you piling up through the poverty you finna bring it. This the fucking gas, $7 damn, man. It says, and the inheritance appointed unto him by the Most High, man. People gonna fucking see, man, because this is still a fucking game to niggas right now, man. Not on here just be on here fucking running my goddamn mouth, man. This to really show you what the fuck going on. But the origin of the metric, so they said low-level niggas like this up, right? The origin of the metric, because who put they, you know, this a part of you accepting this shit. This shit called ECOFootprint, man. The core of our global footprint network is the ecological footprint, a comprehensive sustainability metric. It was created by Mathis Wackernagel. Who was Mathis Wackernagel? Oh, a damn Edomite. Is a Swiss-born sustainability advocate. Look, he is president of Global Footprint Network and international sustainability think tank. Remember we be talking about those think tanks? This one of them with offices in Oakland, California. See, Brussels. What's in Brussels? Belgium and Geneva, Switzerland. That's where NATO located, man. I believe NATO's in Brussels. NATO's in either is in Brussels. Yeah, in Brussels. Yeah, Brussels, Belgium. You know? So that nigga fucking he a low-level nigga working for the elite, man. Esau. You know? And this is the other nigga. All right. And William Reese in the early 1900s as part of Wackernagel's PhD research, study at the University of British Columbia, which the British took down Gad. The British brought the so-called Negroes over here. The 13 colonies that go back to the 13 bloodlines, the elites. They work for the fucking elites, man. That's all this shit is. William Reese. This is him. He's double man. Born in 1943. He's 78 right now. Yeah. Damn devil, man. Another goddamn devil. This nigga, man. Another red damn devil. Another red damn devil, man. Cain. These are the two guys. Two devils. Damn serpents. Damn frog and the damn reptile. Anyway, man. So I basically went through everything. I'm gonna close all this up. You know, so yeah, man, that's basically it. Now, I got one more thing for you. The ecological footprint is a method promoted by the Global Footprint Network. See, they put this shit out here to measure human demand on natural capital. See, they say the earth is something to capitalize on. They saying the human demand is overtaking. Man is too powerful for the earth, basically. An example, the guy got it wrong. An example, the quantity of nature it takes to support people or an economy. It tracks its demand through ecological accounting system. Ecological footprint. Yeah, they tracing you. They helping you trace yourself. You know, basically helping you be okay with not having nothing. You know, but the purpose is just to get you fucking destroyed and allow you to go into that famine that's been prophesied. You know, which is really for us and you damn low-level people, you damn Democrats, you fake-ass Republicans, you gonna fall victim to. You know why they just divide everything. So that's basically that, man. Okay. Isaiah 32:3, in the eyes of them that shall see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerer shall be ready to speak plainly. Yeah, when shit get bad, and people gonna come to their senses. You know, the vile person shall no more be called liberal. See, nor the churl said to be bountiful. Yeah, because everything they doing, the vile person, nigga, vow, he saw vow. He's not about liberty, land of liberty, liberty of, you know, Lady Liberty and all this. That shit bullshit. It says, nor the churl said to be bountiful. Yeah, when your store empty, he ain't bountiful. He wicked. It says for, you know, he'll give, he'll help you. No. He did all that just to take, look, he gave all this money just to take it right back. Your gas, $8 now. $8. You know? It says, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord. See, that's basically what you're saying with this shit, this eco-footprint shit. To make empty to make empty the soul of the hungry. You have, how you gonna have to go into a store and consider if a strawberry in season or not? If you want fucking strawberries, you want strawberries. Now it should be for the sense of it's always gonna be somewhere producing strawberries because basically it don't even snow in California. So that's bullshit. What you gonna get strawberries at? So you don't gotta do that. The Lord made places that go all year round, basically. That's a balance. And there's places that don't. That's balance. Because you might just have a taste. You see, the earth's supposed to be a paradise. You might have a taste for strawberries. So this is some bullshit, man. This is not in season. Only thing you should consider that, man, to make empty the soul of the hungry. That's the point of that shit, man. And that's us. And he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. You know? And that's ultimately going to spiritual. It's going into the family of the word, man. You know, the instruments of the terror are evil. He devices to destroy, once again, the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. But the liberals devise liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give unto my speech. Because a lot of y'all about to die. Y'all world coming to an end. Like the brother was saying, look, the glorious future. Because really, this is what this is going into. You know, because y'all world really, y'all kingdom really been out. Like the elder brother Kazaki Allah was going into, which I think he said another brother was going into, but nonetheless, same spirit, right? Basically, this y'all kingdom. You know, you so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Indian women. But really, in all reality, it really ain't. But y'all made to believe, y'all put before us, and this, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Because this nigga would go back, the elite go back in the bag, and they understand how they got to this point. Oh, we beguiled Eve. They know they women ain't Eve. They just paint that shit like it. You Eve, It says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. That's dealing with us, right? We're going to rule. The earth about to be given over to us. It says, and a man shall be us doing this work. It says, a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. Why? Because this man he was betting that these things was going to happen. because the Lord said it. So he was betting with the Lord. And when those things hit, he was saved, because for by hope are we saved. You go into that word hope in Romans 8:24 and say expecting good or evil, man. So he came up. He qualified to be the low set, exalted to on high, you know, to laugh at famine and destruction, you know. So that's what all this is bringing forth. So this is how bad it's gonna get, man. When women fucked up, that's when you know it's bad. That's how bad it's gonna get. When ain't no more proud women walking around, thoughts, half naked women, bitches not listening, that's when you know this shit done hit the fan. We ain't hit the fan yet, because bitches still proud. Once that happened, that's when you know. And that's the level it's gonna come to. You so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Indian woman, you're gonna feel the fire of your Yahweh Shah. You're gonna feel that fire push through this goddamn devil, man. Because all the fuck, they'll go, not the food ain't just it's coming off the shelves, it's everything. Toiletries and every goddamn thing. You're gonna be finished, man. You're gonna be through. And a lot of y'all ain't with, a lot of y'all just, y'all temporarily, you know, what's the word? Temporarily, just, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You so-called temporary with the shit. You ain't with the shit for real, man. When this damn devil come down talking that chip shit, and a lot of y'all was already storing, basically, starting to make a move towards the truth. In your mind, you kept men that you seen that was in the truth. In your mind, you stored it. That's how women operate. When you read that in the Gospels, it was many women that follow Yahweh Shah when he was on the cross, man. And ultimately, to the point he got, they died. So brothers need to quit saying that shit too. Like ain't no goddamn women gonna be. It is women. It is women. It is women. It always been women. Women, the Lord used. Don't let the wickedness of the woman, because it's a lesson. I'm gonna just say this. Don't let the wickedness of the woman make you forget the Lord with them, man. On high levels, you know. One of the big, you know, and that ain't for y'all to feel like you so goddamn important, because it's gonna get bad to where you completely want to get with the one that's surviving this, that's getting it. And it ain't the damn devil, which everybody gonna learn to be the so-called white man, and to start with the international bankers, if you will, you know, that's doing this. It's gonna be with the ones that was telling you this, telling your black, because y'all not really with this so-called white man. That's why the Lord keep putting out instances of these women that's having dates with these so-called white men, and they coming up dead. A mother of four just got killed. Her family pissed off. They trying to figure. She went on a date. The bitch dead. Another girl, she dead. Instagram model, she got found in the house dead. Another instance, she dead. All dating so-called white women. Damn so-called black dudes out here. Go hunting with Esau, and he the only one that ended up dead. You know, they hunted his ass. Go hunt. He went hunting with his Edomite friends, and he ended up dead when nobody else died. Y'all gonna learn, man. So y'all finna feel that fire of the Lord created this devil to come down with, and that's this famine, you know, this new world order. This a part of the new world order that the devil helped him bring about. So a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. That destruction that they plotted. What man? A man in his truth, a man of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, not a man of a higher Yeshaya, Jehovah. It's women listening now, man. It is groupies in this, man. It's where are these women gonna come out of? These women listening, man. They just, you know, they don't want to take heed right now. But the time coming to where they ain't gonna, you know, and the Lord gonna kill a lot of y'all, man. He gonna kill a ton of y'all. A lot of y'all gonna get rejected. You're gonna wait too long. But it says, and it covers and a covert from the tempest as rivers of water in a dry land. You see, this man gonna completely be, you know, and you're gonna know it. You're gonna know who got it. It's gonna be clear who the Lord with, because that's what this comes down to. It ain't coming down to who Esau not gonna fuck up or fuck up. It's who the Lord gonna be with. and not allow Esau to fuck up. This wickedness this nigga doing. That's what it's coming. That's what this is all about. As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. You know, we're gonna be the shadow of a great rock. We the shadow, meaning what? We the image. We the closest thing Yahweh shot for you, man. In a weary land of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, which is the only way you're healed, made alive, made to prosper. We're gonna be the closest thing to that, you know, the elect men. You know? But anyway, I went into all that. Okay. So that's basically it, man. I've been on here for a minute. And what this shit go into is really Agenda 21. When you go into Agenda 21, this is Agenda 21. That's why I realized this all to be. It says, and this will be it after this. It say, in other words, policy has shifted from discouraging contraception on the basis of age, marital status, to promoting all who do not have access to service. Sustainable development in school curriculum is one of the 32 objectives of Agenda 21. It's sustainable development. Sustainable development. Sustainable development. And they got rid of this term, Agenda 21, because pretty much it leaked. It was another plan of theirs leaked. You know, in the United States, it says the PCSD was conceived to formulate recommendations for the implementations of Agenda 21, which they got rid of, but they didn't. They just changed the name. So all this eco-footprint shit, carbon footprint, is really all a part of this. Now, when you go to the eco-footprint, what does it say? It says, I passed it. Where is that? That's basically what this is dealing with. It might be on here. Yeah. The global footprint network, once again, the ecological footprint is a method promoted by the global footprint network, right? And you go to the site, it says what? The core of the global footprint network is the ecological footprint, a comprehensive sustainability metric. That's all this shit is. It's Agenda 21. Now, what is Agenda 21? That, in a nutshell, because we ain't gonna go through all this. I got paperwork on it, but I ain't gonna say all that on here. All right. See, social aspects of sustainable development. And when you read through it, we're all through it. We're all through it. Agriculture, see, atmosphere, you see all of it. They want a sustainable agriculture is defined in American law. Food, Agriculture, Conservation and Trade Act of 1990. You know, the integrated system of plant and animal production practices have a site-specific application that will, over the long term, satisfy human food and fiber needs through this shit called Agenda 21, which the objective of it is sustainable development. Whatever, you know, they basically want to control the food. They want to give that, which goes into the new thing coming out, which really ain't new, you know, because it's just probably just a new term. But the brother Elder Rakah, he was going into it, which is this food rationing shit. They got like food rationing cards supposedly coming out, and they was getting people used to that idea during the pandemic. You can only buy so many tissues because this or that. Man, get the fuck out of here, you know. Now they changed the name to this. This is from the United Nations, the 17 goals. See that? They changed the name of it to this, the 17 goals. How do we know that? Sustainable development. See that? And look who on here. Look at this shit. They own no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education. This is all the tactics. This is the Novus Ordo SECLORUM, right? clean water, the New World Order. They getting people into it, and sanitation, clean, affordable, and clean energy. That's why they've been pushing so many GMOs too, because they've been keeping everything real for themselves. They ain't taking no jabs. They ain't eating that fake shit. You know, they getting the best parts. Climate action, below life below water, on land, peace, justice. They want everything for themselves. They just try to cloak it with these. This is what they're concerned with, but it ain't for the right. Look, the ungodly said within themselves, but reasoning with themselves, but not a right. See, so they reasoning, but it ain't a right. The sustainable development goals. They say it's 17. Now, I got one quick scripture, and that'll be it. Let me make sure I went through all these. Yup. Yeah. Con. I'll close on that. So let me put this guy right here. I didn't get that. Okay, good. Gotta get those. Okay. Yep. That's see, this is a good scripture for now. Psalms 58:2. Yeah, in heart you work wickedness. Yeah, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Yeah, they weigh it. That's exactly what this is, man. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. They full of shit, man. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are the serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stopped with her ear. They ain't really listening to you people complain. It says, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely, because they have a new world order. Break their teeth, old power, their laws and stuff like that. Their words, it says, oh God, Yahweh Shema shot in their mouth with what? The hammer. This word. Break out the great teeth of the young lions. Now, this is what I want to bring out real quick. You read this, Revelation 13:18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 603 666. Everything's about 6 with these damn numbers. So the 17 goals, they deal with numerology. The Lord deals with numbers, even according to that. Numbers mean things. That's why he put that. What's 7 minus 1? You see? That's 6. That's 6, man. 17. That 17 number they love. They love 17. They love the number 17. That's another number. They love 17. They love 6, which is basically 6. Because ain't no such thing really as those numbers. But that's a whole nother thing. They love 13. 13 college leagues, 13 bloodlines. Just basically a play off the 12 tribes, an added tribe, which is they ass. So yeah, that's basically it, man. This shit is wickedness, and that's all this eco shit is Agenda 21, which they now call the 17 goals. This from the United Nations, and the Agenda 21 was nothing more than according to this sustainable communities development system, sustainable development, social aspects of it. See, look, the UN adopted a policy related to land use and population distribution. So you can't make this stuff up, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. This shit go way deeper. I mean, it's really that simple. It's all focused on Jake and the killer porn. I'm gonna try to keep everything. So you're gonna see less food. You're gonna see less things around how you used to. It's still gonna be around, but it's just, ain't gonna be in a certain place. And it's all for the purpose of prophecy, which they think is just the new world order, But that's really just prophecy about to be fulfilled. So yeah, it's the history of it. The 2030 agenda for sustainable development, adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015, provides a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet now and into the future. At its heart are the 17 sustainable goals, SDGs, which are urgent call for action by all countries developed and developing in global partnership. We are one world order that recognize that ending poverty and other deprivations must go hand in hand with strategies that improve health. That's all the jab shit, the killing of the God gene, education, reduce inequality and spur economic growth, all while tackling climate change and working to preserve our oceans and forests. So they fucking with the ocean now. You know, a comprehensive plan of action to build a global partnership for sustainable development to improve human lives and protect the environment. Well, in order for Yahweh Shemiah Shah, Slaki, Thanos to get everything right, he had to kill a lot of people to bring balance. And they understand those tactics, right? And that's what Yahweh Shah gonna ultimately come and do. And this goes back to Agenda 21, as said, see? In June 1922 at the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, more than 178 countries adopted Agenda 21. See? So that's basically it. And they say in here, it say on this, it say in September 2000 at UN headquarters in New York. See, it's in New York where the 1% is at. The future we want. The member states adopted the document with the future we want. You know? So yeah, that's basically it, man. You can read through this yourself. We'll try to say everything, you know. And I'm gonna close out on my two scriptures. This is Psalms 9 and 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell. You see, and all the nations that forget God. And that's why the Lord is allowing this man to do this. Because you people think this is your God gonna give you. Okay. So he worshiping this nigga. And he gonna get turned into hell because he think he God. You know? You can't, you know, you're gonna breathe death, nigga. It says for the needy shall not always be forgotten. It's the comforting part. The expectation of the poor shall not perish. Well, we read already, Job 5, Job 20. You know, it says, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. This nigga about to get judged with no mercy. Put them in fear. O Yahweh Bahashem Shai, O Lord Yahweh Bahashem Shai, that the nations, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Salah. And Ephesians 6 and 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, you see, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. See that? So this is we dealing with the elites. That's what's really going on. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High Yahweh Basham Shai, that ye may be able to withstand the evil in the evil day, having done all to stand. And that's what's coming. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and you can read the rest on your own, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. This is how you're going to win this war. Knowing the truth, doing the right thing according to the scriptures. You know, your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. And then, above all, taking the shield of faith. You got to have faith. No matter how many stores around, it's empty. No matter how hard gas got. No matter your car, whatever. It don't matter. If you, I ain't even in Cali. I ain't even around those big Thomas. You know, we've got faith. Not worried about shit. It says, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Basham Shai. You can be able to cut through these devils and all this madness, propaganda, you know, a weak mind, a weak thought. Satan try to give you people around you, you know what I'm saying, that's working for him and try to come and offer you, man, hell no, you cut through that with knowing this word. So call halam la Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Wakahudash. You know, and brother's been throwing up on here, man. Definitely beautiful. You know. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yep, Psalm 64:5. Yep. It's all about us. But the whole movie about us. So we gonna win. You know. Yep. Yep. Goddamn bastards, them fake Jews. Yep. Beautiful. Yep. One world government. Yep. Thing that's been is that what shall be. Yep. Oh, he did a video on a on a picture of Khloe Kardashian. That's what I thought. Post Malone too. Damn. They said, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, this nigga fucked, man. He saw through. His days determined, man. Number of his months are with thee. It's all just been time, man. Time and the blessing he was given, and he you know he did with Isaac. That's how you know that's who Isaac talked to. It was him, and he know that. Yep. And the Lord hates these damn devils, man. Yep. So we ain't worried about it. It's a beautiful closeout, you know. Sirach 11:21. Marvel not at the work of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord to make a poor man rich. That's it. So it ain't to have a elite, but anybody come give you everything. Just cause, hey man, I used to see you, man. I know you one of those Hebrew. Don't worry about it, man. You one of those Hebrews. Like, here, man, I got a whole, I got another house. Me and my wife, we're gonna go to this one. He get killed. You know what I'm saying? You get the whole thing. And it's how it's gonna be. People gonna be getting laid down in front of you and walk right past you because they just know the spirit on you, man. So call halam la Yahweh Bashmal Shai. This is it, man.